The bell is calling the faithful to prayer. But beyond the gate, another sound is growing: coughing, retching, and the slow shuffle of strangers too weak to stand. You are inside the monastery. The walls promise shelter. The rule demands mercy. And every person admitted may be carrying something no one can see. This is not simply a house of prayer. It is a dormitory, kitchen, workshop, hospital, refuge, and crowded border between the healthy and the sick. If fever enters tonight, faith will not stop it. Discipline may slow it. Water may carry it away. One careless decision may spread it everywhere. Could you survive inside a holy place where compassion itself opened the door to danger? Across medieval Europe, monasteries stood beside roads, rivers, mountain passes, and growing towns. Travelers knew their gates could mean food, rest, and protection. Hospitality was not optional decoration. For many communities, receiving strangers was a religious duty, especially when those strangers were poor, exhausted, or ill. But travelers carried more than prayers. They brought lice, infected wounds, stomach illness, respiratory disease, and fevers whose causes remained unknown. The danger did not require a famous plague. Ordinary sickness could pass through shared bedding, cups, hands, food, water, clothing, and breath. No one understood microbes, yet people understood patterns. Bad air, foul water, corruption, crowding, and contact with sickness all inspired fear. Monasteries were not universally filthy. Some were among the most carefully engineered institutions of their age, with springs, channels, drains, lavatories, and flushing latrines. At well-funded houses, water could move by gravity from distant springs into kitchens, wash areas, infirmaries, and waste channels beneath the buildings. That system might make the monastery safer than the town outside. It also created a fragile dependence on flow, maintenance, and separation. A blocked drain, polluted source, overflowing latrine, or careless kitchen could erase that advantage faster than anyone understood. Your first survival rule is simple: sacred architecture does not make water safe. You must know where it came from and where the waste goes. The heart of the community is the cloister, ordered, enclosed, and quiet. Around it, nearly every essential function is packed into connected stone ranges. That closeness supports discipline. During illness, it also means the same corridors connect prayer, sleep, meals, work, and care. The dormitory may hold rows of sleepers beneath one roof. Cold air enters through shutters. Damp wool, straw, sweat, and smoke remain through the night. Privacy is limited. Isolation is difficult. A cough in darkness becomes everyone's problem before morning prayer. If you feel fever rising, hiding it may preserve your place for an hour. It may endanger the entire house by dawn. The day begins before sunrise. Bells divide time into prayer, labor, reading, meals, and sleep. Routine is the community's strongest defense. Routine keeps food prepared, floors swept, linens moved, waste removed, and the sick observed. When people collapse, that system loses hands. Soon the danger becomes mathematical. Fewer healthy workers must care for more bodies, while still feeding everyone and keeping water moving. The monastery can survive sickness only while its invisible machinery continues. The cook, the porter, the infirmary, the gardener, the cellarer, the washer. Lose the people who know the system, and stone walls become an empty shell. Near the main buildings, the infirmary offers a different rhythm. The sick may receive better food, warmer rooms, rest, herbs, and closer attention. Monastic communities preserved medical texts, cultivated medicinal plants, and developed practical experience caring for illness over generations. But knowledge was uneven. Treatment followed inherited theory, observation, religious practice, and local custom, not modern diagnosis. A remedy might comfort one patient, weaken another, or simply consume precious time while infection advanced. Your second survival rule: accept care, but watch the basics: water, warmth, rest, nourishment, ventilation, and distance from the newly arrived. Outside the infirmary, the herb garden looks peaceful. Sage, mint, fennel, rue, and other plants offer medicine, flavor, scent, and hope. Some plants genuinely soothe symptoms. Others belong to systems of belief that cannot identify the true cause of contagion. Smell matters because medieval medicine often links foul odors with corruption and disease. Smoke, incense, vinegar, and herbs become defenses against dangerous air. The room may smell cleaner. The hidden threat may remain untouched. Still, ventilation can matter. Opening shutters and separating the sick may help for reasons no one can fully explain. At the gate, the porter faces the hardest choice. A group of pilgrims has arrived after rain, and one can barely remain upright. Turn them away, and they may die on the road. Admit them, and the sickness may enter the dormitory, kitchen, chapel, and infirmary. Medieval communities did sometimes separate travelers, lepers, or the severely ill in distinct buildings. But space, rules, and practice varied enormously. There is no single medieval monastery. Wealth, order, region, century, climate, and leadership change everything. For survival, you must read this specific house, its water, space, discipline, supplies, and willingness to isolate danger. Food is another defense. Monasteries may possess grain stores, gardens, orchards, fish ponds, breweries, and organized kitchens. But abundance is seasonal. A long winter, failed harvest, siege, flood, or epidemic can turn disciplined reserves into shrinking numbers on a ledger. The sick need more fuel, clean water, broth, linen, and attention precisely when production is collapsing. Ration too early, and the weak decline. Ration too late, and everyone may face hunger before help arrives. Your third survival rule: protect the supply chain before fear consumes it. Then comes the chapel. Everyone gathers beneath the same stone vaults, often several times a day, speaking, singing, breathing, and standing close. Prayer gives order to terror. Gathering also increases contact when respiratory illness is moving through the house. The community must decide whether discipline means maintaining the full routine or changing it to preserve the people who sustain it. Rules create survival. Rigid rules can also become a trap when the threat changes. The safest leader is not the one without faith. It is the one who recognizes when mercy requires distance. Night makes everything worse. Lamps are weak. Corridors are cold. The bell may summon help, but help may be sleeping or already sick. A patient becomes confused and leaves the infirmary. A water bucket overturns. A lamp falls near straw. One crisis creates another. In a crowded stone complex, fire may be as terrifying as disease. Timber roofs, bedding, workshops, kitchens, and narrow exits leave little margin. Smoke can fill a passage before anyone understands where it began. Your fourth survival rule: in every refuge, find the exits before you need them. Now the sickness has spread. The bell schedule changes. Meals are carried separately. Doors remain closed. Familiar voices disappear from the choir. The monastery begins to resemble a fortress under siege, except the enemy is already inside. Fear divides the community. Some demand stricter separation. Others insist the sick must never be abandoned. Both choices carry moral cost. Survival is no longer only physical. It is obedience, guilt, fatigue, isolation, and the terror of hearing another bed fall silent. The strongest person may break first if every decision feels like betrayal. Then the water slows. Debris has blocked the channel feeding the kitchen and lavatory. Without water, hands go unwashed, vessels remain dirty, food preparation falters, and latrines become dangerous. The entire system can fail in hours. Someone must enter the cold drainage passage and clear it. You can remain with the sick or restore the flow that protects everyone. There is no harmless choice. You choose the tunnel because survival sometimes depends on work no prayer can replace. The blockage breaks. Water moves again through the conduit, past the kitchen, toward the wash areas, and beneath the latrines. It does not cure the infected. It prevents the next failure. That is the brutal truth of medieval survival. Most victories are not miraculous. They are maintenance, separation, observation, food, water, and endurance. The house survives not because stone is holy, but because exhausted people keep its systems alive. Some patients recover, some do not. The records, when they survive, rarely preserve every name, fear, or impossible choice. By the later Middle Ages, religious houses remained crucial places of care, knowledge, charity, and shelter. They were never one simple thing. They could be cleaner than towns, better supplied than villages, and still dangerously vulnerable to the people they were built to receive. The smell of a monastery was not automatically the smell of disease. It was wax, smoke, damp wool, herbs, kitchens, drains, incense, and sometimes sickness. The real death trap was not filth alone. It was uncertainty. Who was infected, what caused it, and which act of mercy would spread it. If you lived here, your survival would depend on discipline without cruelty, compassion without carelessness, and the courage to change routine before it was too late. You would need to notice the water, the air, the food, the bedding, the distance between bodies, and the strength of those still working. You would need to understand that the greatest threat may arrive asking for shelter. And when the bell called everyone together, you would face the final question: protect the ritual, protect the stranger, or protect the community. Inside these walls, survival was never only about escaping disease. It was about keeping mercy alive without allowing mercy to destroy the house. The past gives no perfect answer. It gives you the door, the sick traveler, and one decision before the bell stops ringing. Could you survive this?